Welcome to Truck Talks Racing in Atlanta, the second week of racing here in the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series. First, we went to Daytona, where we had, of course, an exciting finish as usual in Daytona. A little bit of a more relaxed tone here in Atlanta. You know, you got the beginning of the season, Butterflies gone, as well as the biggest race of the season also gone. So it should be a more relaxed way to start out. And this is a real start to the season now. You got more relaxed, but still high competition. You got a long way to go in the season. A win, though, could make the whole rest of the season relaxing until you get into the playoffs. But, you know, not as many big ones. You don't have to worry about the big one here at this track. But that being said, we also have the brand new package, which is going to be put at work. And we'll see what these drivers can do with that new package, which will put more downforce on the cars, slowing them just a little bit, not enough to notice. The new spoilers about 8 inches high compared to last year. It's a lot compared to last year. You can see them on the back of the cars. They're high. I'm going to tell you, I like the way it looks, but I think it's going to make it more of a competitive race today. We're going to see how this all unfolds in our first race of this package. It should be going. Eric Almirola on the pole. This is Truck Talks Racing. Welcome back to Truck Talks Racing here, a 3-stage, 325-lap race, 400 miles in Atlanta Motor Speedway. A couple of rough weather days lately, including a huge storm towards the end of the Gander Outdoor Truck Series last night, which ended with Kyle Busch getting his 195th career win in all 3 series. Can he get another one today? Make it 196. Along with, I think, would be his 52nd Monster Energy Cup Series win. Sorry, that was the Gander Outdoor. He got the 52nd yesterday. But he should put on a show today. Isn't a backup car. Will be starting at the end of the field, but it's Kyle Busch, so we expect him to be up there pretty early, contending for a win here. As the drivers get in, put their gloves on, they're getting set to go. Kevin Harvick putting his gloves on. He's in the driver's seat. Absolutely gorgeous day compared to the rest of the weekend, which has been quite awful. Missed all day yesterday, and it was kind of hard to see across the track. But we have beautiful sunny skies in Atlanta today. This is the kind of Georgia weather you like to see. And they'll start him up, getting ready for this long 325-lap race, which Kevin Harvick absolutely dominated last year. Can he continue it today? They were very fast in qualifying, Stewart Haas. As you can see, they take the top 3, and as well with Daniel Suarez in 5th. But that lineup will jumble around because Kyle Busch is still on the leaderboard, and he'll be starting from the back of the pack because he went to a backup car. Chase Elliott, hometown favorite. Can he get it done from Dawsonville, Georgia, just up the road? Those are some of the questions we'll see today. This is Truck Talks Racing. They pull away here in Atlanta. Nickname for Atlanta. You are watching Truck Talks Racing in Atlanta. As you look at Ricky Stenhouse Jr. starting on the front row. He did have a pole here earlier in his career, 2013, I believe it might have been. As he pulls away. They pull away. Stenhouse will have to go to the back. I'm not sure why yet. We will figure that out shortly, though. Want to run through the field? Why not? Let's go with their starting lineup for this race. First, let's start from the back, bringing ourselves up to the front. The leaderboard has not moved yet, but we'll fill you in on what we think is going on. You got 37th would be Kyle Busch. After he went to a backup. Eric Jones might be starting back there too. We did have some problems at practice yesterday, but we have not seen it on the leaderboard yet. BJ McLeod, 37th, 36th, Cody Ware. Starting in 35th, Garrett Smithley. Starting in 34th, Parker Kligerman. And 33rd next to him is Landon Castle. Starting 32nd with a top 10 finish at Daytona, Ross Chastain. Starting in 31st, Matt Tifft. 30th, Chris Buescher. 29th, Bubba Wallace. 28th, Daniel Hemrick. That's a row. 27th, all the way in 27th, is Joey Logano. 26th, Ryan Blaney. Let's see how this new package is going to work for them. 25th, Ryan Preece is starting at 24th. Corey LaJoie for Go Fast Racing. Great starting for them today. 23rd, David Reagan. 22nd, starting is the hometown boy from Dawsonville, Georgia, Chase Elliott. 21st, Ty Dillon. 20th, Matt DiBenedetto. 19th, Brad Keselowski. And then starting in 18th is Kevin Harvick. In position P17, starting William Byron. And his teammate, Alex Bowman, in 16th. 15th will be Eric Jones if he stays there. And then 14th goes to Paul Menard. 13th, Ryan Newman. Starting in 12th, Michael McDowell. Starting in 11th, Jimmy Johnson, one of the favorites here today. Starting in 10th, Austin Dillon. Starting in 9th, Martin Truex Jr. Starting in 8th, Kurt Busch. 7th goes to Kyle Larson. Teammates 8 and 7 for Chip Ganassi Racing. 6th, Kyle Busch will go to the back. Daniel Suarez is in 5th. Denny Hamlin starting in 4th, two-time winner of Daytona, getting one of those last week. Congratulations to Denny Hamlin. 3rd place, Clint Bowyer. And then you got all Stuart Haas the rest of the way up. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Eric Almirola, Clint Bowyer, all Stuart Haas. So they'll have they're going to do some teamwork, and you should expect a Stuart Haas Racing Stable driver to be at the front of the pack the first few laps at least in this race. As they finish a parade lap around. We are getting set to race at Atlanta. Race length, 325 laps, 500 miles. Stage 1 and 2, 85 laps. Final stage, 155 laps. Huge gap. Pit road speed, 45 miles per hour. fuel window, 56 or 56 to 65 laps. That's what fuel is. Kyle Busch goes to the back of the pack, and he's going to work his way up, and we all think he does if he's not caught up in a wreck on the way there. Getting ready to race. It's almost time. There's a look at William Byron, who's having a great weekend at Daytona, involved in a late wreck, which pretty much took him out of the race. Air temp 64 miles per hour, winds 21 miles per hour down the southwest. And beautiful sunny skies with light clouds very high in the atmosphere. Shouldn't have caused much shade here. We are up for a sunny, exciting race in Atlanta. Jimmy Johnson, one of your favorites for today, he has the most wins in Atlanta with 7 in the current field. 5 of those going 5 with Ryan Newman. Expect him to do pretty well today. As they turn the corner, we should go racing this lap as we get ready to go. A little bit more relaxed. We are getting ready to race as the truck goes into the pits. It is time to race. Green flag in the air. Eric Almirola leads them, being pushed by Cliff Boyer. He will clear Ricky Stenhouse going into turn 1 and 2. Going with a high block, it looks like he'll clear him. There's no drafting. Well, there will be drafting, but hardly as much as last week. You don't have to depend on it. There will be single car runs throughout this race. Out in the backstretch, you got to fight for second. Denny Hamlin giving a huge shove to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's going to catch up to Eric Almirola to his quarter panel, to his outside. Going to the start-finish line. Cliff Boyer, aggressive move on the inside of Paul Menard. It looks like he almost turned him going out in the corner. 2 laps in. Wow, we got a high racing 3 wide. Kyle Larson loves to run the outside at half-mile tracks, and he's doing so right now as he'll make a 3 wide pass on Daniel Suarez. And Kurt Busch. Single file racing throughout the pack now. We are well into this one. 3rd lap is what we're on right now. Single file throughout the race. Eric Almirola leads as we got a pass for 3rd with Denny Hamlin and Cliff Boyer. It looks like Denny Hamlin will pick up the 3rd spot as we already have a car down on the apron. That might be Garrett Smithley down there. We got some group drafting down there. Daniel Suarez trying to get out of it, make a pass on teammate Ryan Newman. As the draft seems to fall apart in the corner, Ryan Newman looks high on Daniel Suarez, will be able to execute the pass. Kyle Larson trying to make the top work. It seems like it's a groove that's working up there. It looks like it's there are some tracks laid on it. It looks like there's space up there. We got a 3 wide pass for Martin Truex Jr. being pushed by Alex Bowman, lacing him through Austin Dillon and Chase Elliott for 10th. Austin Dillon is kind of free falling. There might be something wrong with that number 3 machine. He is involved in a huge pack in about 10th place. That looks dangerous. There's a bunch of cars, and this is where we're going to see how the new package works. Up towards the field, pretty calm. Kyle Larson, a huge run into turn 3 on Denny Hamlin, able to make the pass. Same with Austin Dillon was in 10th a lap ago. Now he's in 19th. So package not working for some, working for others. It looks like he's definitely going to have to come in and make some adjustments to that car when we go in the pits. A long ways to go till that. 7 laps in right now. 3 wide. Brad Keselowski going to pass Austin Dillon. Brad Keselowski didn't practice yesterday. He had an illness, so Austin Cindric sat in for him. Austin Cindric is in his pit just in case Brad Keselowski needs to step out, though the challenge is that Austin Cindric is 5 inches taller than Brad Keselowski, but he said he's used to racing in uncomfortable cars because you need a seat to fit the driver. Kyle Larson, about the fastest driver out there so far, as we got a battle with Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch. The outside seems to be working. Martin Truex Jr. moving up the field. He was great at mile and a half the last 2 years. He'll make a pass on, or at least attempt a pass on the bottom. Kevin Hart makes him look like he's stalled out. What a huge run on the exit of 4 by Martin Truex Jr. to execute the pass. 10 laps in. He'll do a little side drafting off of Kurt Busch into turn 3. He's going to go under the yellow line, it looks like, to run and make the pass on him. So it really goes from driver to driver which line you want to use early in this race. Some drivers using the top, some bottom. It seems to be working either way. Kyle Larson, one of those drivers there at the top of your screen that's really making that high line work so far early in this race. Got a lap car in the field right now. That's not Garrett Smith, or that might be BJ McLeod being lapped right now. Denny Hamlin right now in 4th, fighting with Clint Boyer. Denny Hamlin, winner at Daytona last week, trying to fight for a good finish here. He's already in the playoffs. This could just help him out a little bit, this win here. But already a great situation for him. And most of the Joe Gibbs Racing cars finished 1, 2, and 3. And Martin Truex Jr., who's on your screen right there in the bright orange, didn't finish at Daytona, was involved in the big one as he goes under Daniel Suarez, the number 41, and trying to make the pass to the top, able to clear him with Daniel Suarez leading it. "15 laps into the race, Almirola has led all of them. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. second, third, Kyle Larson fourth, Denny Hamlin fifth. Clint Boyer, that's your top 5 right now. Ford has won 4 of the last 7 poles at Atlanta. That's a number for you. And the last Ford. The win from the pole was 1987. And he's a father of one of these drivers today. And that's Bill Elliott. Can his son do it? Win a race for him. Let's see where Chase Elliott is. He's in 11th right now. That's where Chase Elliott stands. Almirola has led 16 laps so far in this race out of the 17. Stenhouse will go down as the leader of the first lap, I think. Eric Almirola has been pretty steady on half-mile tracks. He's been in the top 10 in every half-mile track last year. He's been in the top 10, so pretty consistent, if you ask me. He's feeling pretty comfortable out in the lead in this one early. We're watching NASCAR on Truck Talks. We'll be back. .24 laps in at Atlanta, 12 minutes into the race. Eric Almirola's led 22 out of the 23 so far. Second, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., his teammate, is not going to fight him too bad right now. But then you have Kyle Larson, who's trying to make the bottom work behind him. And he is starting to pick up on Ricky Stenhouse right now as they make a lap. It looks to be Garrett Swisley and BJ McLeod. You do have lap cars here. This is also different from Daytona. as he uses a draft off of him at least, and Denny Hamlin will follow right behind him and look to make a run on top of Kyle Larson. He's not able to make it work as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. looks like he's able to get out of immediate trouble from getting passed by Kyle Larson. It's been a very fast car out there today. So far, 26 laps in. Still a good race out here for positioning. The track is starting to get a lot more spread out, however, and you are starting to see some runs without drafting right now. But Denny Hamlin trying to pick up the draft off of Kyle Larson. Did the same thing to Martin Truex Jr. in qualifying, which picked him up, I think, 4/10 of a second, which put him in his good start for today's race. That's what pushed him over, I think it was. Still early in this one though. "28 laps in. Lap traffic is becoming involved as Ross Chastain, who did very well last week, goes a lap down right now. Denny Hamlin drafts off of him. We ran a pretty good one so far, clean through 30 laps, 85 laps of stage. We have plenty to go. Eric Almirola was a steady lead out there as Kyle Larson has finally caught up with the number 40 or number 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's not going to go for the immediate pass right now. Goes right behind Ricky Stenhouse. He's drafting off him. Denny Hamlin there too, along with Martin Truex Jr. Big battle for second place right now. Stenhouse will draft behind Larson will draft behind Stenhouse as they go into turn 3 and 4. Denny Hamlin drafting behind Larson. He's not going to get much room. He's going to have to go high. Martin Truex Jr. looks down low. This is for 4th. As they drag teammates, race to the start-finish lines, and number 32 in. Side-by-side racing in turns 1 and 2 for 4th place by teammates. Denny Hamlin up high, down below. As Martin Truex Jr. looks like Hamlin will be able to make the pass almost. And Martin Truex Jr. gets a huge run in the entry, and he'll clear him. Larson going down low too. It looks like the pattern has always switched from up top working, and now they're running down low and making the passes. Kyle Busch already up to 14th, just past Brad Keselowski as we speak. He started in the back of the pack, so that's an extremely fast car out there. Pretty fast wheel man too with Kyle Busch. Jimmy Johnson, he is running in 24th right now. He has 28 career wins at mile-and-a-half track, most of all time. Not having the greatest start so far. He started 11th, currently running in 24th. Your highest running Hendrick Motorsports driver right now, Chase Elliott, and 13th. He is the one of the favorites for this one as well. Can he get a win here? Blaney will make a pass on Elliott right now. The official numbers for Kyle Busch: he started 35th, running in 14th right now. He looks like he's feeling good too. As the field is a lot calmer the further up we go through the pack. Some unsettling down in the back of the pack, or in the middle, sorry, in the teens, as Blaney got really loose right in front of Chase Elliott out of turn 1 and 2. Larson here set to start finish line, making a move, but Ricky Stenhouse on the bottom. Martin Truex Jr. will follow. Looks like he could also make a potential move on Kyle Larson. Instead, he'll pass draft as Kligerman up top. He is lap traffic. Larson will clear for second place, and he'll pass Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for second. Though he's not going to be able to make it stick. He looks like he's off the pace right now. Not sure what happened. Stenhouse makes a huge run on the outside, and it is a caution. That will be the cause for it. I'm not sure what the caution is. It's a competition caution for pit stops. 35 laps in. Let's run through your top 10 right now. First, Eric Almirola running in second. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Third, Kyle Larson, who will be logged in. He will not be logged in third. Stenhouse was able to make the pass right before the caution landed. Then you got in fourth, Martin Truex Jr. Fifth, Denny Hamlin. Sixth, Clint Boyer. Seventh, Kurt Busch. Eighth, Kevin Harvick. Ninth, Daniel Suarez. And 10th, Joey Logano. Kyle Busch running in 12th right now, almost at the top 10. As it looks like every pit crew member is on the wall. Everyone seems like they're going to pit. And it's a competition caution, which is kind of odd. So it should just be a quick couple laps and then we'll get going. Everyone except for Matt Tifft and Parker Kligerman will go in, and some other drivers laps down that are trying to get on the lead lap. As they enter the pits, let's go down and see what's going on. You're looking at the 42 of Kyle Larson right now. Stenhouse looks like he's going to go with a 4-tire stop. That's going to be Ricky Stenhouse. Same with Kyle Larson. Let's look at Martin Truex Jr. He's going to go 2 right for sure. So the general consensus in this pit stop seems to be 4 tires. That's what everyone is doing right now. 4 tires, and they're going to get ready to go. 35 laps in. They still had a little bit for the pit window, but tires are one of the biggest problems here at Atlanta. And Larson wins the race off of pit road. Almirola in second, Harvick third, Hamlin fourth, Kyle Busch fifth, Ricky Stenhouse sixth. So Kyle Busch in the top 5 as Daniel Hemrick spun around. Doesn't look like there's that much damage. A little bit on the side, but they'll get him rolling back out. Doesn't look like any severe problems here. Oh, they'll make him pull back in. It doesn't look like anything severe, any kind of damage to the car as he pulls away. Back to what I was saying. Here at Atlanta, the tire wear is pretty scarce. As you look at the track, is pretty beat up compared to most other tracks as you have the lap cars coming in the pit now. On the 38th lap. You're watching Truck Talks Racing. Let's run through your top 10 before we go away. First, Kyle Larson. Second, Eric Almirola. Third, Kevin Harvick. Fourth, Denny Hamlin. Fifth, Kyle Busch. Sixth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Seventh, Martin Truex Jr. Eighth, Kurt Busch. Ninth, Ryan Newman. And 10th will be Matt Tifft, we believe, because he did stay out of the pit, so that will log him in pretty high up there. Right now, we're going to go step away for a second. We'll be back. You're watching Truck Talks Racing. Green flag racing. Kyle Larson pushes off. And it looks like Kevin Harvick will clear. He did have a great run last year at this race. Almirola, who's led most of our laps, goes up top. They are all cleared by Kyle Larson right now, who's ahead of Eric Almirola. The fight for third. And it looks like this front pack is absolutely running away from Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch. Kurt with his 650th start, Kyle 500th start in this race today. Kyle Larson will lead his first lap of this one today. Kyle Busch seems to be struggling right now. A huge shove in the back of Stenhouse by Brad Keselowski will push Stenhouse down to the bottom. And it looks like Kyle Busch will go up side by side to Brad Keselowski. It looks like he might be able to make the pass on him. And he will be able to do it with the number 14 of Clint Boyer going 3 wide. Brad Keselowski able to make it work up top. He'll make the pass on Martin Truex Jr. and Clint Boyer going into the back stretch. And he'll also be able to pass Kyle Busch, so a very fast restart. Brad Keselowski single file the rest of the way up now as Brad Keselowski is able to run away from these cars right here. Ryan Newman fighting Clint Boyer, teammates. Sorry, not teammates. They are 4 teammates, not teammates in the garage, though. However, Ryan Newman runs high. They're all able to pass Kyle Busch, so Kyle Busch must have problems because he is getting passed by everyone. He is running in the 9th position right now. He did start in 5th, I believe. So some passes on Kyle Busch right now early into this green flag run. And Almirola spun the tires on this restart. Kyle Larson with a great run on him, though Almirola has gotten back into 2nd place right now, and he's been able to make it stick so far. Brad Keselowski trying to make a pass on Martin Truex Jr. now. Brad Keselowski running the high zone, which seems to be very good on restarts. Maybe that's what the deal is with that, with the high line. Kyle Busch all the way back into 11th now. As Clint Boyer is still trying to work on Ryan Newman right now. Get under him. It looks like he's going to run. And a push by Kyle Busch, who's come back to life, it looks like, but maybe not. Chase Elliott will make the pass down in the bottom. As teammates versus teammates here. Brad Keselowski making the move on Ryan Blaney. This is for the top 10. They are fighting for 8th now, as Brad Keselowski able to make it work. Chase Elliott, turn 3 and 4. He's going to make the pass on Kyle Busch, it looks like, for 10th. Kyle Busch, a very bad restart. He's racing away from Chase Elliott. He's got some new life again, able to try and make the pass on Ryan Newman as we go into the middle of the turn. He will be able to pass him up high through the exit. He's back alive and back in the top 10 right now. Sorry, he's in 11th. It looks like he's going to be able to fight for the top 10 here in turn 3 and 4 as he runs very high. He's the only driver almost touching the wall right now. He's the only driver that's really trying high up there. As we are 49 laps in. Clint Boyer will follow him up there now, maybe trying to block or get a draft off of him because he's starting to go fast. Now Chase Elliott behind Kyle Busch doing the exact same thing, running there. Ryan Newman has fallen to 14th. He's battling with Joey Logano for that spot. And Joey Logano might be able to make the pass on him. Yeah, but he won't clear him. The biggest mover so far in this restart is Joey Logano, moving up 6 spots so far. Ryan Blaney started 26th. He's currently in 8th. So how about that? That's pretty good too. As Kyle Busch is still in 11th, trying to crack the top 10. Daniel Suarez goes down low for 17th on William Byron. And Chris Buescher will also give it a try too as they get towards the start-finish line, which will pass right now. Kyle Busch making a move for the top 10. Clint Boyer, he'll go underneath him this time around. He won't be able to make it stick. Denny Hamlin there on your screen in front of the FedEx Toyota. Behind him, Kevin Harvick. That is 3rd and 4th right now as Kevin Harvick trying to make a move. He's in the draft right now off of Denny Hamlin as they go in the turns 3 and 4. But Denny Hamlin goes down low to the yellow line, and he'll make a huge pass on him. Now there's quite a big gap as they head towards the back stretch. 52 laps in, and it looks like they are racing clean. Kyle Larson still your leader, half a second above Eric Almirola right now. Denny Hamlin in third, fourth Kevin Harvick as we head towards the closing lap of the stage. 53 out of the 85 in. You might say there is still 30 to go, but you know they're usually going to have a lot of movement going around as they hope to stick to the end of the stage. They wouldn't have to make a pit stop till the end of the stage on this one after that competition caution, which led them into all pit. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. running in fifth, and Martin Truex Jr. in seventh. They're making a run. It's a Ford and a Toyota, both on the bottom, equal distance just about throughout the field. With everyone, it looks like Martin Truex Jr. trying to get into the draft of Stenhouse. He will as they go to the start-finish line. His 57th time today. On the outside, Martin Truex Jr. looks like he's going to try and make a pass. He won't do it as we go to number 3 and 4. Denny Hamlin in fourth right now. Third, Denny Hamlin. And Harvick fourth. Sorry, excuse me on that one. And there's fifth and sixth again. Martin Truex Jr. made a lot of time up on this lap. He's just about to his quarter panel. He might get him in this corner. Let's see what happens. Here's a pass. Kevin Harvick looking for third. He dominated this race last year. He will make a move towards the exit. He won't be able to clear Hamlin. Hamlin does end up giving him a push and clears him. They're not going to race too hard just yet, especially for a third and fourth. They're already going to get the stage points. As Harvick gets a huge run, able to clear him, and he runs away from Hamlin. And it looks like he's looking for second now as he makes a run on Eric Almirola just behind him. Kyle Larson leading by 3 seconds right now. Huge lead margin right now. Ryan Blaney making a move on the inside of Kurt Busch for 7th and 8th right now. He won't be able to make it stick as there's a big gap going into turn 3 and 4 between the two. For your Stewart-Haas running order, 2nd Eric Almirola, 3rd Kevin Harvick, 9th Clint Boyer, and 16th Daniel Suarez. That is your Stewart-Haas running order right now in this race. Kurt Busch trying to stay up high. He seems to be making it work on Ryan Blaney at least right now. Seems to be kind of a slippery track so far. Denny Hamlin makes a move on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the backstretch, able to pass him as they go into turn 3 and 4. Denny Hamlin's been in the top 5 all day, and Kyle Busch moves past Chase Elliott. That's for 11th right now. Kyle Busch seems to be running. Seems to have a potential 12th place car right now. Adjustments can change that. Stenhouse Jr. drafting off of Denny Hamlin into the backstretch. Momentum has stopped 4 now. Kyle Busch makes a really high run on Chase Elliott, able to pass him. And Stenhouse looks beneath Denny Hamlin, and no, he'll check back up and draft behind him. Kurt Busch has 3 wins at Atlanta. Kevin Harvick 2, Kyle Busch 2, Denny Hamlin 1, Brad Keselowski 1. As Truex is not one of those, but he will look to be one. He looks under Stenhouse for 4th right now, 5th, excuse me. He will be able to clear him, but will he be able to clear Denny Hamlin? It doesn't look like he'll be able to make that one work, as he'll check up. But he is ahead of Stenhouse for 5th. Three and 4, it looks like a little air push by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on that number 19 Bass Pro Shops Toyota, as they come in for the 67th time of this race. We're into the closing stages of this race. You are watching Truck Talks Racing. Welcome back to Racing on Truck Talks. Not a lot of movement in the laps of late. We have a pretty evenly spread out field. Kurt Busch, the other one, seems to be trying to make a pass on Denny Hamlin. He won't do it now. He is moving up on the bumper of the number 11 cars. Turn 1, he goes low. It looks like he's going to be able to get by him. Denny Hamlin, will he have a good exit? He does have a good exit. He's not able to clear him. He'll make a run in the backstretch off of Kurt Busch. And it looks like good entry for Kurt Busch. Will cement the pass, and it will. Kurt Busch will pass him. Stenhouse, or Martin Truex Jr. will look to as well as he goes below. Denny Hamlin, who's caught in lap traffic with the number 52 car of Garrett Smithley. And it's just not his corner. That corner is just not his corner. Ryan Blaney seems to be looking to make a move. Blaney fighting with Denny Hamlin for 6th now as they come towards the start-finish line and looks to the outside of Denny Hamlin, not showing much patience. He'll run high. He'll come back down. Just try and grab off of him. He realizes he won't be able to make it past this corner. He runs high again. On Denny Hamlin, it looks like they'll just single file in right now. Right now, the Bass Pro Shop's number 19. He's making a move up the field to 5th right now. He's having a pretty good race. He's in a pretty good place to look at winning this one. Just 8 to go in the first stage. A really long race to go. We shouldn't be talking about winning just yet. We could do the race here. As we got pit crew members on the wall. Will some drivers be looking to pit before we get to the end of the stage? Kyle Larson 4 seconds above Harvick right now. Blaney's able to make the stick on Hamlin. He runs away from him. We started 26, now in 6th. That is one of your fastest cars as well today. Fastest car so far right now. Matt DiBenedetto, 25th. Jimmy Johnson staying at 24th. Quite a disappointing start for his day, as he started 11th, one of the favorites to win. Kurt Busch looking under a lap car. That is Corey LaJoy up high. He will be able to stay out of the way. Not much else going on towards the latter end of the stage. Looks like it gives running order. 5th, Martin Truex Jr. 7th, Denny Hamlin. 12th, Kyle Busch. And 17th, Eric Jones. That's your Joe Gibbs Racing running order right now. 17th, Eric Jones. Only 2 of them are in the run for stage points right now. Kyle Busch in 12th. That would be hard to get with only 5 to go in stage 1. Martin Truex Jr. still running. Down in the top 5. Highest running Joe Gibbs driver right now. He's very good at mile and a half too. And mile and a half tracks as well, so Matt Tiff getting lapped by Kurt Busch and Martin Truex Jr. He's running on the high side of them. Another tough break for Austin Dillon. He started in 10th. Right now he's running in 23rd. So that is another tough break so far for Austin Dillon. I'm sure he'll come back up though. Joey Logano trying to make a move on Denny Hamlin, who's kind of fallen off the latter lap of the stage. He's now in 7th. He started in 3rd today. Started in 4th, now in 7th. Still just running order. 19th Daniel Hemrick, and then 23rd Austin Dillon. That's your RCR running order right now. Here's the pass from Joey Logano on Denny Hamlin. No problem at all in the turn 3 and 4. He almost let him by for 7th place. That is one stage point right there that's being exchanged on the last lap of this stage. And it looks like Kyle Larson is your winner of stage 1. Let's run through your top 10 right now. First, Kyle Larson. Second, Kevin Harvick. Third, Eric Almirola. Fourth, Kurt Busch. Fifth, Martin Truex Jr. Sixth, Ryan Blaney. Seventh, Joey Logano. Eighth, Denny Hamlin. Ninth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And Clint Boyer will get the last stage point. You're watching Truck Talks Racing. Welcome back to Racing on Truck Talks. Stage 2 is in the running right now. 5 laps into them, all caution so far. Let's see your orders here to the start of this stage. First place, Kevin Harvick. Second, Kyle Larson. Third, Kurt Busch. Fourth, Eric Almirola. Fifth, Ryan Blaney, starting in 6th in the stage. Martin Truex Jr. currently in 7th, Denny Hamlin. 8th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 9th, Brad Keselowski. 10th, Chase Elliott. 11th, Clint Bowyer, starting this stage in 12th, Daniel Suarez. 13th goes to Eric Jones. And 14th, William Byron. 15th, Kyle Busch. 16th, Ryan Newman, starting this stage 2. And 17th, Daniel Hemrick. 18th, Paul Menard. 19th, Joey Logano. 20th, Alex Bowman. 20th, Ryan Preece. 21st, Matt DiBenedetto. 22nd, Eric Almirola. 23rd, David Reagan. 24th, Chris Buescher. 25th, Austin Dillon. 26th, Jimmy Johnson. 27th, Michael McDowell, starting in 28th, a lap down, Bubba Wallace. 29th, Matt Tifft. 30th, Corey LaJoie. 31st right now is Ty Dillon. 32nd, Parker Kligerman. 33rd, this is 2 laps down, is BJ McLeod. 34th, Landon Castle. 35th, Ross Chastain. 36th, Cody Ware. 37th, Garrett Smithley. 35 laps down, and I think he's out of this one. He was off of the track, obviously, but he might be back on the track. We'll see. It'll pop up on the leaderboard in a little bit here. It's about to go green for stage 2 at Atlanta. Kevin Harvick dominated this race last year. He will be leading us to this green flag. Here we go. The Camaro will go into the pits any second now. Green flag. Kevin Harvick leads us to the green. 2, Chip Ganassi in 2nd and 3rd. And Kurt Busch seems to slip in the middle. 3 wide with Kevin Harvick going into turn 1 and 2. Kurt Busch, that'll make it work. Larson, bad restart for him. Denny Hamlin, it was 4 wide at one point. Kyle Larson sliding back right now. Really bad start for Larson. He's fighting with Ryan Blaney. It looks like 3 wide along the track. Kurt Busch falling behind as well. 2 Joe Gibbs racing cars below him as Kevin Harvick is running away from the field right now. Larson finds speed once again. Looks like he's going to challenge his teammate. Kurt Busch, 2 Chip Ganassi drivers, single file as we go towards the backstretch now. Kurt Busch making a move on the outside of Truex. Won't be able to make it work. He'll also lose position to Kyle Larson while he's at it in the number 42 McDonald Chevy. 3 wide now, Ryan Blaney. Eric Jones is trying to tighten in there, and he won't be able to make it work. He'll stack up the field a little bit with Clint Bowyer. As Ryan Blaney passes Kurt Busch, clears him, goes in front of him. Brad Keselowski passes Denny Hamlin, goes in front of him. 2 Penske drivers who are moving forward. Kurt Busch in trouble now with Brad Keselowski after a good start. He is free falling now. As Kevin Harvick leads by half a turn right now at this point. '96th lap coming to the start-finish line. 96 out of 325. column throughout the field right now. Looks like Kyle Busch is going to go high. Kyle Larson loves the high area. He's still running it up by the wall. Kyle Busch, fellow Chip Ganassi driver, still working up there too, trying to follow his teammate. Boyer works under Eric Jones. It looks like he's going to try and make the pass. He will. He's going to go for Kyle Busch also. Side-by-side racing for those two. Kyle Busch able to clear. He's running the high all day long for Kyle Busch. He's been running the high zone. Kyle Larson trying to make a move on Truex. He'll get, looks like he's trying to go low. And Truex goes high. It looks like he's a little loose. He was a little loose there. Larson will capitalize. Going into turn 1 and 2. Running next to Martin Truex Jr. He's able to pass him. No, he'll clear him too. Providing that Martin Truex Jr. does not have a good exit. He does not. Larson stays. Second place for Larson. You have all three of the different manufacturers now running in 1, 2, and 3. Ford, Kevin Harvick in first. Second, Kyle Larson in a Chevy Camaro. And then in third, you got Martin Truex Jr. in a Toyota Camry. So a very diverse pack with manufacturers spread throughout. So that could be another thing with the new package. Kevin Harvick, huge lead right now, almost 2 seconds on Larson. Last 5 races at Atlanta, Kevin Harvick has led over 100 laps at all of them. Right now, he's in the lead. Altogether, he's led 1,165 laps at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is Kevin Harvick, your leader right now. Second place, Kyle Larson, still trying to run up high. He's down. He's shortened it up to almost less than a second if he can keep running up there. Looks like he's going to get less than a second in the turn 3 and 4. JJ McLeod is getting lapped right now. There's a look at Ryan Blaney. He's currently in 4th. This is the highest position he's had all day. Started 26th. So good run Ryan Blaney is putting together today. Seven laps in, we have cars being dispersed throughout the field now. We're getting trouble for a long 85 lap stage. Last stage is 155. That would be a long one. Mile and a half tracks are known for their long runs. And let's see if they'll put one together here. They all pitted during the stage caution, so it should be good to go for quite a while. No competition caution in this stage, so they're just going to run through it all. You're watching Truck Talks and Racing. Welcome back to Racing on Truck Talks. Not much going on right now. And we do have a little battle between Brad Keselowski right now and Clint Boyer, and it won't be much problem at all. Sorry, that's a lap car. That's Ross Chastain down there, Kurt Busch behind him, just getting around the lap car right now. There's Ryan Blaney. He is in fourth right now. One of our fastest cars today, started in 26. Huge move for him of 22 laps. He is doing pretty good for himself today. He is projected to have a very good year. Could he get it started here today with a win at Atlanta Motor Speedway? We'll have to see. Right now, not too shabby for him though. Kyle Larson's in the lead now. He had a huge run. He's been the fastest out there by far today. Brad Keselowski not running too bad himself. 2 of the 3 Penske cars are doing very well out there. Joey Logano in 12. Also made a huge pickup in the field. He started 27, not the fastest out of them. But now Kevin Harvick is half a second behind Kyle Larson, which is pretty big in NASCAR right now. That's about a quarter of a corner here at Atlanta, and that's the way he's running it right now. Let's look at Kyle Busch and Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer kind of fell a little bit. He's an 8th. Kyle Busch has been a steady car running from 9th to 12th throughout most of this race. He's been pretty steady in that area. Hasn't really gotten in the top 10. This is the highest he's ran, 9th place right now, and that's what he's doing right now. There he is, Kyle Busch. There is Kurt Busch zooming by in the camera. This is his 650th start. He's in 6th for it right now. 2 wins for him at Atlanta Motor Speedway as we have our first pits. Look like they're about to head over. First pit stop, 42 laps in. That's about the pit window, 46 to about 56 laps. As our pit window, some of our leaders head in. Kyle Larson is in. He's going to take 4 tires and gas, it looks like. Ryan Newman already in. He's taking 4 tires and gas. Kurt Busch comes in. Brad Keselowski in. Kurt Busch, 2 left side tires, and he's out. Denny Hamlin also taking 2 left side tires, and he's gone. Brad Keselowski's going to go with 4 tires, and he's going to leave. William Byron, or Alex Bowman, 2 tires, he's gone. Kevin Harvick, 4 tires, he'll go. So very mixed out there. Truex, 4 tires. Eric Jones, also 4 tires. Daniel Suarez, 4 tires. Eric Almirola, 4 tires. Kyle Busch stayed out an extra lap. He's coming in. Joey Logano just coming in too. So here's where it should get interesting. Joey Logano's in. He was the leader out at the end of that lap. They're both going to go with 4 tires. Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. 4 tires, 2 cans of gas. And they're out of there. So Larson's your leader again right now. 2nd place, Kevin Harvick. 3rd, Martin Truex Jr. 4th, Blaney. 5th, Hamlin, 6th, Kurt Busch. 7th, Boyer. 8th, Jones. 9th, Newman. 10th, Joey Logano. That's your top 10. And then let's go to your top 15. 11th, Elliott. 12th, Bowman. 13th, Suarez. 14th, Byron. And 15th, Kyle Busch, who that was staying in there a little bit, did not service him well. Oh, it looks like he didn't try and stay in. He missed pit road. Went a little too far before braking, almost spun out in the process. And he's back in 15th. That might be hard to get out of right now. You're going to have a very spread out field right now. You got Kyle Busch, who was 21 seconds behind our leader. And then Kevin Harvick is 2 seconds behind Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson dominating through the race. Obviously the faster car. There's a look at Martin Truex Jr. and Ryan Blaney. They didn't move 3rd and 4th right now after pit stops. They didn't do much moving around through the exchange. Ryan Truex Jr. and Ryan Blaney still putting together a pretty good run right now. There's the last cars behind him, and it is a very spread out field. Like I said, there was gonna be. It is very spread out. Five cars in the lead lap in danger are going a lap down. 31 seconds behind right now is Jimmy Johnson. It looks like he will be going a lap down. He has had kind of a rough day. Same with Austin Dillon, 24th, 29 seconds behind Kyle Larson. Both had pretty rough days so far. Jimmy Johnson, one of your favorites to win the race, starting 11th. Now 25th. Hasn't made much movement. Same with Austin Dillon, started pretty high up there. And he's in 24th right now. Not the greatest day for him either. Bubba Wallace is getting lapped again. Let's see how many that is. So Bubba 2 laps down. And now they're 20. Ooh, Larson cutting close to Jimmy Johnson. Looks like there's contact trying to get around the number 48. Larson up high. Johnson trying to clear him and get in front of him. Contact as we go into turn 3 and 4. It looks like there's not that much damage, but wow, contact between the 42 and the 48 car. Johnson trying to stay on the lead lap, and he is absolutely battling Larson right now in 25th. Larson finally able to pass him, but Jimmy Johnson slides up. And Larson had to slam on the brakes there. It didn't look like there was contact, but he definitely slammed on the brakes to try and avoid it. That could have been really dangerous. I don't know what Jimmy Johnson was thinking. Maybe he just got loose as Truex makes it past the Clint Boyer in turn 3 and 4. On the exit, able to clear him, and he's able to give himself quite a little bit of a lead. We look at Kurt Busch, who is running in 6th right now. We're watching Truck Hawks racing, 30 laps to go in stage 2. Welcome back to Racing on Truck Talks. Harvick makes a move on Larson for the lead, able to pass. Then Max Benedetto was the lap traffic involved with that. Larson makes a move back on turn 1 and 2, back on Harvick. And he's going up high, Harvick down low. And Larson a lot faster, has the correct down low. Below Harvick, able to pass him. Harvick bumps Larson gets loose. Harvick also gets loose. And Larson will run away with the lead. 17 to go in stage 2. A little bit of an exchange between 1 and 2. Larson and Harvick. Larson ends up on top at the end of it, though. Harvick looks down low again on Larson, able to make the pass. Looks like Larson has a great exit out of turn 1 and 2 to get back in front of Harvick, and he will extend the lead again. We got ourselves a bit of a dogfight here at the end of stage 1 and 2. Stay that way right now. It's Larson, Harvick, and then about 4 seconds behind them is Martin Truex Jr. Even though here's a battle now we got going on for 6th place between Kurt Busch and Joey Logano. Logano wasn't able to make a stick. He'll run very high, and Kurt Busch will run down low. Looks like Bubba Wallace will go right in front of him as lap traffic. Logano up high. It looks like he's going to make the pass clear as Kurt Busch at the start-finish line, and he will go in front of him. Bubba Wallace is still 2 laps down in 29th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is having a rough day as well. He's 27th, a lap down. What happened there? Did he just lose speed? Because he was in all of stage 1 in the top 3. I don't know what happened there with 12 to go in stage 2. Martin Truex Jr. in 3rd. He's been steady there all stage. Martin Truex Jr. has settled down in that position. Eleven laps of stage 2. Larson has a comfortable lead once again on Harvick, with some lap traffic in between them. And it's the Starcom Racing Landon Castle right in front of Larson. He's not able to pass him. Here's a battle. This is a lap down. Austin Dillon and Ryan Blaney will draft off of him and get by. He's been steady in 4th all stage. Might be conserving just a little bit. Austin Dillon is keeping right up with him. as we can confirm that Garrett Smith is back on the track as Larson just lapped him once again. Here's Kurt Busch and Eric Jones battling for position. Eric Jones 8th place right now. Not a bad stage for him. I think he picked up around 6 spots. There's Bubba Wallace in between those two. Eric Jones will run up high. Harvick makes a pass on Larson, and he's running away with it. Larson had a lot of trouble trying to get past David Reagan lap car, and he's fallen off the pace, it looks like. Let's look at a replay of that. Just couldn't pass him. He goes below the yellow line. Oh, and he almost gets loose down there. And he almost ended up on the apron, and Harvick just flew right by him, close to the end of stage 2. Harvick looks like he'll win stage 2 now. He is almost a second in front of Larson now. Great save by Larson as Ty Dillon goes down a lap. Jimmy Johnson, I mean, he's a lap down. It looks like he's on the lead lap. He is battling very hard, something that Ryan Newman usually does. Larson's a second and 3/10 behind Harvick now at this point. Kurt Busch finally almost able to get around Jimmy Johnson, who's fighting very hard for a lucky dog spot. He's not in it right now. He is 4 off of it, but he's the 4th car a lap down, so he will probably not get the lucky dog. I don't think spotters will tell him that. He is absolutely flying for a lap down car right now. As Eric Jones trying to make a move on Kurt Busch, he goes down below him, and they're pretty much dead even at the exit of turn 1 and 2. And Kurt Busch will finally clear as he drafts off the wall. 4 to go, stage 2. Kyle Busch becomes involved in that altercation with Eric Jones and Kurt Busch. They're running 3 together. Denny Hamlin, he's almost a lap down. He's also fallen off the pace. Same with Joey Logano, really. As Brad Keselowski is now a lap down. We have just about 10 cars on the lead lap. Oh, sorry, 20 cars on the lead lap. Menard, almost a lap down car right now. The running ordering screen is probably pretty wrong at this point right now. They'll probably figure that one out here. 3 laps to go on stage. This is our top 10 running around. 1, Harvick, 2, Larson. 3rd, Truex. 4th, Blaney. 5th, Hamlin. 6th, Logano. 7th, Busch. Kurt Busch. 8th, Jones. 9th, Kyle Busch. 10th, Boyer. That's the way your stage points are looking right now, as Harvick has extended the lead about 2.5 seconds, a little over that. So a big lead for Harvick as we're seeing how fast that car is. I wouldn't be surprised if he won back-to-back here. Final lap in stage 2. Here it is. That's a battle for third. Larson is not as fast as he was at all here a few laps ago. That really messed him up. His rhythm is gone, and he will get second though. Third goes to Truck Jr. That's the end of the stage. Harvick wins the stage. Let's go to the top 10. Yeah, first Harvick, second Larson, third Truex, fourth Wing, fifth Hamlin, sixth Logano, seventh Kurt Busch, 8th Jones, 9th Kyle Busch, 10th Boyer, and 11th Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman does not get stage points. Top 10, that's your running for stage points. 10 for Harvick, as he has put on a very good start here. Same with Larson, fell off just a little bit. You are watching Truck Talks Racing, 155 laps to go. Run through the pits. Jimmy Johnson in the pits right now. He's back in. It looks like they're going to put some more adjustments on that car. Left and right tires, they're making big adjustments to it. And he's off. He stayed on with a lap to pick up back on the lead lap for Jimmy Johnson. He's off. He does have damage as he pulls away. So let's look at your top 10 now. We already see some movement in the top 3. First, Kevin Harvick. Second, Kyle Larson. Let's run through your whole field now. First, Harvick. Second, Larson. Third, Ryan Blaney. Fourth, Martin Truex Jr. Fifth, Boyer. Sixth, Busch. Kyle Busch, that is. Seventh, Logano. Eighth, Kurt Busch. Ninth, Newman. 10th, Hamlin. 11th, Jones. 12th, Almirola. 13th, Keselowski. 14th, Suarez. 15th, Hemrick. 16th, Byron. 17th, Priest. 18th, Buescher. And 19th, Alex Bowman. And 20th, Chase Elliott. You got the teammates there. 21st, Menard. 22nd, Reagan. And now a lap down. 23rd, Dillon. 24th, DiBenedetto. 25th, Stenhouse Jr., who's really starting to have a rough night. They should be on the lead lap now, but we'll see. 27th, McDowell. 28th, Ty Dillon. 29th, Bubba Wallace. These are now 2 lap down cars. 30th, Tiff. 31st, Corey LaJoie. 32nd, Parker Kligerman. 33rd, Landon Castle. 34th, BJ McLeod. 35th, Ross Chastain. 36th, Cody Ware. 37th, Garrett Smithley. 62 laps down, and we believe that he should still be on the track right now. We think he is. Last time we looked, he was out, getting passed by Larson. Another lap down for him. He's still on the track, we believe. So we'll be going green here in a minute. You're watching Truck Talks Racing. And 1 lap to go. Joey Logano has a penalty for pitting out of his pit stall. His back right tire was just out of his pit, and his crew members had to work outside the pit, so he will have a penalty. And they might not have given him a penalty. It probably should have been, but he's still up there pretty high in the pack. He's starting 7th as of right now, and they won't punish him for it, but I think he did pit outside the pit stall. But here we go, time to get going. Green flag, 3rd stage. Could we go all the way? We've gone this far on a clean race. Let's see what happens. Kevin Harvick will lead us to a green flag. It's in the air. Kevin Harvick, green flag, pushed by Ryan Blaney. Won't clear Larson quite yet as they go into turn 1 and 2. Pretty even throughout. Then the second row of side draft. Ryan Newman caught 3 wide. Clint Boyer goes in the back of Ryan Blaney. They get loose. He loosens up Ryan Blaney. They start falling down in the pack. Ryan Blaney able to pick up the speed again off of a draft of Kevin Harvick. Larson runs away now. And it looks like Truex will pick up second off of Harvick as we go to turn 1 and 2. He goes up high. Harvick goes down low. Kyle Busch running up towards the wall again. He looks like he's going to make a run on Harvick too. Truex clears Harvick. Kyle Busch going to clear him too as well, it looks like. Joey Logano in 10th also seems to be moving pretty fast too, dodging in and out of traffic. As this is Kurt Busch and Ryan Blaney for 5th and 6th. 3rd, Kyle Busch now, half a second behind. He's in this one. Kurt Busch just able to slide ahead of Clint Boyer right now. Oh, Hamlin taps Clint Boyer. Boyer went for a block. He is able to do it. It gives him a push for the meantime. He goes up high, though. And Joey Logano makes it 3 wide with Brad Keselowski and Eric Jones. 180 laps in. Single file till you got that mess. Clint Boyer still clear of all of them. It's a three-man race for 7th right now. As Logano is up high. Trying to clear Hamlin. He was able to pass. Brad Keselowski goes under Hamlin into turns 1 and 2. And he's able to get a nose ahead of him. Hamlin will come back. It looks like he's able to clear him out of the exit. And Logano will file right behind him. You're watching Truck Talks Racing. We'll be back here in a second. Looking back here on Truck Talks, 188 laps in out of 325. Larson right now leading this race, behind him Martin Truex Jr. in third. Kyle Busch, who started back in 35th, so a pretty good restart for him, a pretty good run for him overall right now. As we go in the late afternoon, it's 4 o'clock in Atlanta right now. It's 4 o'clock, 4:19. 2 hours of racing so far. And we've had pretty good racing so far at that. Right now, Larson leads. Second right now, Truex Jr. in third, Kyle Busch fourth. Harvick seems to be working better on the long runs. I think that will continue today. So, and we are known. 1.5 mile tracks are known for long runs, and that can really work to his favor today. Ryan Blaney in fifth. He did start this stage in third. That was his highest running yet today in the race. Now in fifth, he's settling down for the final stage in fifth place right now. We expect him to move around a little bit though. 22 cars in the lead lap. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. not one of those. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. not sure what happened, but he's definitely off the pace. And he's kind of fallen apart. He was in the top 3 all of stage 1. And then after the stage 2 pit stops, he's just kind of fallen off. But Blaney projected to have a great year, multiple wins they're thinking. This can certainly not, this can't hurt that one if he was able to win here. It wouldn't hurt that effort at all, but he's projected to have a great year. Had a win last year at the new Charlotte Roval. That did pretty well for him. And he just kind of emerged out of a mess to win that one, pretty much with Jimmy Johnson and Truex Jr., who is on your screen right now fighting Kyle Busch, 2 teammates. Jimmy Johnson and Truex Jr. really battled out, spun each other out, and out of the smoke came Ryan Blaney. Right now, Kyle Busch is still running the high line. He's done it all day. He's a big highliner today, and it's been running pretty well for him. He started in 35th, now third, as I talked about earlier. He does go on the outside of Ryan Truex Jr. This is for second right now, not able to clear him. But a good exit off of turn 2 will work, and he's doing that right now. Clears Martin Truex Jr. for second, Kyle Busch. Look at Clint Boyer. He is in 7th right now. He's at a solid top 10 running all day. Hasn't been outside the top 10, at least without pit stops. Same with Larson. He's been actually Larson started out of the top 10, I believe, but trust me, he was there in a hurry. He was up there. Hamlin, 8th place right now. He's been running good all day. I think he's also been in the top 10 all day. Started in 3rd place for him, but he's running good now. As I look at Joey Logano, your current series champion, he is running in the 9th spot right now. Not bad for him. He started pretty far back too, 28th, I believe. Let's look at 2nd and 3rd. Kyle Busch trying to make a move towards our leader, Kyle Larson. They are less than a second down, at least that's what it says on the leaderboard. But Kyle Busch, he's staying very faithful to that top side today. He's been up there all day. He's running down low. He hasn't ran down low during the start-finish line, at all. He's been up there all day. Martin Truex Jr. seems like he's going to run in the middle and try and see what he can do on the top as Kyle Busch runs away from him. And there, Kyle's not that far behind Logano. I think he could catch him here. Less than half a second behind him now. Kyle Busch is less than half a second behind Larson, and he's coming up pretty quick. How about this for a 500 start? A win for Kyle Busch. Not many saw that coming, but 500 starts and a win. Pretty fitting for the man in the number 18 Snickers Camry, I'd say. He's already won in Atlanta twice in his career. So he does have experience winning. Kevin Harvick also 2 wins. And the man leading this one, Kyle Larson, no wins for him just yet. But don't be surprised seeing him in victory lane today. He's already led more than a majority of the laps, most of the laps here today. But Kyle Busch is not out of the storm here with Truex. He's still giving him a battle. As we go into turn 3 and 4, Kyle Busch stays up top. Truex will go down to the bottom. As you can see, Larson just passing by in that McDonald's car. Look at that, they go into the corner. He's right there, there's Larson up high. Kyle Busch will switch down low for this one. Maybe he's trying not to draft up high. That's Kevin Harvick about a second behind those other lead cars. There's Kurt Busch. This is his 650th start, 30 wins in his career. Top 5, 137. And I think he can make it another top 5, 138, possibly at the end of the day, if he can keep running like this. He's in 6th right now. He'd have to catch up with Ryan Blaney, who's in 5th. But he's also had a fast car most of all day, and he's been in the top 10 most of the day. 203 laps in right now out of 325. You know, the package, we haven't seen as close racing as you would have thought. Pretty clean racing as well. We haven't had one caution yet besides a competition or a stage caution. No spins or anything like that so far on this one, but we still have plenty of time. Logano makes a pass, turn 3 and 4 on Clint Boyer. And he's able to make it stick as they go to turns 1 and 2. He's in front of Clint Boyer. That was for 7, it looks like. Kyle Busch lost a position to Martin Truex Jr. is out of the screen. He kind of ran away from Kyle Busch. I mean, that is wrong. He's still leading him. Larson is the one that's running away from Kyle Busch right now. Truex does look below him. He's not able to pass Kyle Busch is running very steady today, a very fast car for Kyle Busch so far. As they lap Michael McDowell. The Truex Jr. is right on Kyle Busch's tail right now. And he is able to execute the pass in that corner, turn 1 and 2. And clears him by a wide margin. Kyle Busch not able to catch back up to him there at the exit there. Usually has a good exit. He'll stay high here. Look at that. Hugging the wall in the turn 3 and 4. Exit of turn 4. Truex Jr. still in front of him. So that's pretty much the big thing I think with the package so far is that it's a pretty easy pass. I think we have learned. Cars are just flying ahead of each other. We haven't had very big battles yet, as was expected. There haven't been that many huge battles. It's just kind of been a one corner and done. As we do have some lap cars in the pits right now trying to top off. So Larson still controlling this race so far. Kyle Busch has already had a pretty historic weekend. He got his 52nd win in the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. That is the most all-time now. So he's already had a pretty good weekend, and this could be the cherry on top for him. Brad Keselowski, it looks like he is battling it out with Denny Hamlin. That is for 10th and 11th. It's kind of surprising me is none of the Hendrick cars have been too fast. In fact, none of them in the top 10. And it looks like you're going to have to look all the way to 18th till you get a Hendrick car. Very surprising. Chase Elliott in 20th. He was one of the fairest to win this race. As the battle for third is now Harvick. Battle for fourth between Harvick and Busch. Harvick goes down low. Busch goes high. He's been running well up high though as today. Goes in the corner. Matt Tifft, you got a lap car in between. Harvick splits the middle. Kyle Busch will go up high. It looks like Harvick will get a side draft off of Matt Tifft, and he'll make the pass stick on Kyle Busch. 111 laps to go. Kevin Harvick has led 39 laps. He's currently third. His high is first. His low, I believe, is 14th in this race so far. But he's that must have been during the pit exchange as well, so he's had a very good car all day, and don't be surprised at all if you see him in victory lane later today too. I think he's led something like 1,000, 160, 60 to 70 laps in Atlanta in his career, so very experienced at Atlanta, very good at Atlanta, and I think he can make it work. Point. Denny Hamlin up and down day. He's in 12th right now. Here's a look at Ryan Blaney running right now. A little bit of a battle, maybe. There's Clint Boyer and Eric Jones. Eric Jones, he's been in a ninth. He's running in about a ninth place car. I'd imagine him staying there all day unless something drastic happens, which could. But he's ran a solid car all day. And they're running back tail to tail. Eric Jones in the draft off of Clint Boyer as they go towards 1 and 2 past the start-finish line. Eric Jones will look down below him, and it looks like up top running there is Clint Boyer. Not able to pass him as Clint Boyer has a great exit off of turn 1 and 2. Eric Jones is going to look to turn 3 and 4 to stick the pass. Will he be able to get it? And yes, he will. He clears him by a wide margin now of the exit of turn 1 and 2. Jimmy Johnson battling Larson again to stay a lap down. Martin Truex Jr. shortens up the field. Martin Truex Jr. on the tail of Larson now as they go into turns 1 and 2. Jimmy Johnson finally gets passed by the two of them, but Larson in trouble. 0.2 of a second now. Truex is behind him as Truex lines up behind Kligerman to try and draft off of him. He is able to do so. Here comes Larson down below. It looks like he'll lengthen the lead to about half a second now on Truex Jr. Larson's also been running high most of the day as Denny Hamlin comes in the pits. He'd have to come in one more time. Most drivers will too. And Hamlin comes in. He'll take at least left side tires, and he'll take 4 tires and gas. Tipped his hand, and Hamlin's away. So Denny Hamlin, one of the first in the pit stalls. He's one of the leaders too, so he's going to make the most difference by coming in early. They are hitting their pit window. And Daniel Suarez also in the pits. Alex Bowman just got there. Same with William Byron, he's in. And Larson and Truex are door to door going to turn 1 and 2. Martin Truex Jr. goes down to the bottom now, and he's able to make the pass on Kyle Larson. Good exit by Larson, clears Martin Truex Jr. Truex wasn't able to make the pass stick. Turns 1 and 2, Larson maintains a lead by a little bit of a margin, and Truex Jr. will make it single file, and Kyle Busch is smoking. He cut a tire. There's a flat spot of tires, and they'll bring out the caution. Kyle Busch has a flat tire caution out on the speedway. Kyle Busch had a great race going for him so far. There is cosmetic damage to the Snickers 18 Camry. So there is damage to his car. He's going to have to go in the pits for some work. They're having some trouble getting that tire out. They're going to bend the body back together now. as this works great for Denny Hamlin. A quick stop for Kyle Busch, and he gets going. Kyle Busch out of the pits, and it looks like he'll stay in the lead lap, but a very tough break for a very fast car. You'll end up in 12th when that's all said and done. So 12th place for, 15th now for Kyle Busch after that's all said and done. So not a bad deal. Still in this race. Officially 100 laps to go. You're watching Truck Talks Racing. A very tough break for Kyle Larson. He has to go to the back of the pack. Not sure why, but very tough break for a very fast car today. Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick, your front row. Right behind him, Truex Jr., Logano. 5th, Kurt Busch. 6th, Keselowski. 7th, Clint Bowyer. 8th, Buescher. 9th, Hemrick. 10th, Priest. 11th, Menard. 12th, Elliott. 13th, David Reagan. 14th, Almirola. 15th, Dan Suarez. Green flag in the air. 2, 3 Penske teammates pushing each other on the outside, trying to get Blaney the lead. On the inside, you got Harvick, who doesn't have much help with Martin Truex Jr. behind him, a Camry and a Toyota behind him, so that's going to help him much. Ryan Blaney, though it might, Martin Truex Jr. gives Harvick a huge push. They lock bumpers for a few seconds. Harvick out way in front now, and Truex isn't able to make second stick. It looks like Blaney will take second right now. But 97 laps to go. Blaney in second for the time being. Truex will take it back. Fourth is Logano. So you got Penske Power in the top 5 right now. Blaney able to clear Truex, and now Logano looks down below. Keselowski will follow. So a Penske dominated top 5. Blaney in second, 3rd, Truex Jr. in 4th, Joey Logano right now. Blaney will go down to the bottom, he's in 2nd. Kevin Harvick out by 0.3 of a second on Blaney right now, so not much at all about but Blaney is having a hard time trying to fend off Truex and stay in second right now. That Penske teamwork is not going to last very long, as now Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano are fighting for 4th and 5th. Kurt Busch will pass Brad Keselowski. Looks like there was a little bit of contact between them. Brad Keselowski will end up giving him a push. Clint Bowyer coming on top of Brad Keselowski now. So there was damage for them. Kevin Harvick, he has fallen off the pace. Ryan Blaney in the lead by 0.3 of a second now. Truex will also pass Harvick. So Ryan Blaney in the lead now, as Harvick's going to go to the pits. Joey Logano trying to pass him. Harvick had to check up. Joey Logano almost caused a wreck. Wow, really rough. Joey Logano in trouble. It looked like Kevin Harvick was going to come in and pit. He ended up not pitting, but he will stay in 4th for now. This could be big. Harvick out of the race. This could open it wide for any other driver out here in this top 5 right now. They're all very fast, the top 10 is, and any one of them could win this race. So right now, not a lot going on right now. Further on in the pack, we do have people like Daniel Hemrick and Chris Buescher battling it out. The two JTG Doherty cars are battling with Daniel Hemrick right now. This is actually 10th. So JTG Doherty is actually having a great run today. 8th and 10th for those cars. 9th for Daniel Hemrick, and they are fighting right now. 8th goes to Chris Buescher, but Hemrick goes down to the bottom trying to overtake him. Then up top is Ryan Preece. As Brad Keselowski goes around Clint Bowyer, this is for 6th and 7th. Brad Keselowski now in 6th. .87 to go in Atlanta. Freeway's first field right now. Except you got a little bit of valley going on in the pack with Blaney just holding off Truex by 4/10 of a second right now. Not much of a big. And now he's going to take it to 5/10. So Blaney's starting to run away. Good for him. He was one of the favorites here today as well. And that's a battle for 7th right now between Hemrick and Chris Buescher. Great runs for both of those drivers. In fact, the top 10 has been running pretty well. Kyle Busch makes a pass on Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch right now at 16th. He's making his way up the pack. He's got a fast car again. It's very fast. He's fighting with Denny Hamlin, though. He's giving him quite a battle. And Kurt Busch making a move. It looks like Keselowski is trying to pass him for 5th right now. There they are on the screen. And the green is Kurt Busch, and the orange, Brad Keselowski is going to go under Kurt Busch and maybe for a pass for 5th place if he can make it stick. It doesn't look like he'll be able to do that. Turns 3 and 4, he goes under Kurt Busch, and he's able to make the pass. As this has been a very big surprise with this new package, is that they've been passing very easily. It's kind of opposite of what they wanted. It could just be Atlanta, but you know, we'll see. It could also just be the drivers getting used to that new package. watching Racing on Truck Talks. We'll be back here in a couple minutes. Welcome back to Racing on Truck Talks. We have 72 laps to go, 252 laps out of the 325 ran. And right now, your currently best running race team is Penske by far. You got Ryan Blaney in first, Logano in third. Now fighting with Brad Keselowski, who will take third, and then Logano fourth. So your three out of the top five are Penske teammates. So this is big. So Penske is fast out here in Atlanta late in this race. We didn't see much of them early on. Two of them didn't even start in the top 20, and that's Logano and Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney started and 26th. Ryan Blaney is a driver. I believe this is his 5th year. He started off with Wood Brothers Racing. Won there in Pocono. He's from North Carolina. I forget where he's from in North Carolina, but he's moved down there from Ohio. His father, Dave Blaney, ran in the Cup Series as well and won a few races. Ryan Blaney has 2 career wins, one in Pocono in 2016 and one at the Charlotte Roval last year. And he should be a very good driver to watch out here in this race. But he's a very young, very good driver, part of the new youth movement. Not very new anymore. They've been a while here for a couple of years, but he's part of the youth movement, and he's a very good driver. That is High Point, North Carolina. Just remember, he's from High Point, North Carolina. And he is leading the race right now. He's doing pretty good. It's his 2nd year running for Team Penske. He moved over from Wood Brothers Racing, like I said earlier. So he's very talented. Kyle Larson moving back up to 18th right now. He's battling with Paul Menard, and he'll make the pass on Paul Menard. He's staying down low right now, and he's not able to make the pass stick on Menard, so Larson's not very fast anymore. And speaking of Ryan Blaney, Paul Menard is now the driver for Wood Brothers Racing, who took Ryan Blaney's spot when he moved over to Team Penske. The 2 teams have a deal kind of working right now. They give each other equipment, more Penske to Wood Brothers than anything. And in exchange for that, you basically get another teammate in Paul Menard, which you don't really have to pay for, but he's going to help you guys out. So that's how that deal is going to work. .66 laps to go. Blaney's still leading. Martin Truex Jr. in 2nd. He's 3/10 of a second behind. Blaney is number 12, running in the PPG paint scheme today, light blue, and kind of a yellow and red and white on the side of his car. But he's number 12. Denny Hamlin looks low on Denny Hamlin, and looks like he's going to be able to make the pass. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch have been battling this whole stage right now. Kyle Busch, not the whole stage, but after Kyle Busch's wreck, where he blew a tire and had to come in. He hasn't been too bad though. He's racing as Hamlin is able to come back side by side to him, and Kyle will make the pass on the back stretch. As we are settling down for the end of this thing. It's almost 60 laps to go. Kyle Busch, the only driver to put out a caution here with a blown tire. Welcome here, Snark. I'd have to say, I'm going to confess here, Ryan Blaney's definitely one of my favorite drivers. I met him at Pocono this year. He's a great guy. Definitely one of the calmest people you'll meet out there driving today. Jr. stayed in this one. He's just a little over half a second behind Blaney and starting to shorten it up a little bit. But he stayed in this. He's also a very fast car right behind him. And you have lap traffic ahead with Benedetto and BJ McLeod, who just let Blaney split in between. Blaney's now led 36 out of the 266 laps that we've ran today. 59 to go in Atlanta. This is Truck Talks Racing. Welcome back to Racing on Truck Talks. Big as Clint Boyer comes in the pit. He could theoretically make it if he pits right now, and he is going to go with 4 tires and gas. He's off. He's racing. Now William Byron in, and it looks like we got our possibly final pit cycles of the day with 55 to go. They could probably make it if they did this all. William Byron in. He's going to take 2 on the left. He's going to take 4 tires as well. So we got plenty of cars in. Brad Keselowski coming in, one of our first Penske cars to come in. 4 tire change for them as well, as Atlanta tires are very, the Atlanta track is very hard on the tires here because it's an old track. They haven't repaved in a while, and it's kind of bumpy and rough. Eric Almirola, full 4 tires and gas, same with Larson, and they'll be off. Kyle Larson has definitely fallen off the pace. No adjustments for him, which is kind of odd. Looks like Brad Keselowski's heat temps were very high. It looks like he's smoking. But maybe when he gets to the speed, that might calm down. Same with Kyle Busch. It's been doing that all day, but that's a fast car. Oh, and we do have a wreck on pit road. We'll see that in a second. It looks like Ryan Blaney was right in front of it. He might not have any damage. The green is, and they'll put the yellow out. Ryan Preece involved in the wreck on pit road, and the number 52 was the cause of it. Here's a look at Ryan Preece as the caution is out. Let's take a look at that. Ryan Preece trying to come out of pit stall. Ryan Blaney going in it. Just Ryan Preece trying to get out. Just kind of runs into the number 52, it looks like. Trying to go up the gears. Yep, he just kind of run into him. No damage to Ryan Blaney. It doesn't look like it, but it did take him a lot longer to get out of his pit stalls because of it. So Joey Logano leads, Kurt Busch in second, third Martin Truex Jr., fourth Daniel Hemrick, fifth Chase Elliott, sixth Brad Keselowski, seventh Kevin Harvick, eighth Ricky Stenhouse Jr., ninth Ryan Blaney, 10th Clint Boyer. This is your second caution caused by anything from other than a stage or a competition caution, which we had on lap 35. You're watching Truck Talks Racing. Welcome back to Racing on Truck Talks, and it looks like Ryan Preece will get out of the car, and it looks like his day is done. So Ryan Preece's day is done. Running in the top 10 there at the end of his race. So a pretty good run he was putting together. Chris Buescher has also put a good run together. Running in 12th right now. His high was 8th. He was running in 8th a little earlier on in the race with. So a good run by him and Preece. One of them will end early, and that's Ryan Preece, who put out our caution with a collision on the track with the number 52. I'm going to see how it is right now. It's probably Cody Ware. He usually runs in the 52 when he's racing in the Cup Series. So Cody Ware was the other one involved in that wreck. Looks like maybe JTG Doherty might be working on the number 47 car to get him back out on the track. They are working under the hood. But there's a lot of cosmetic damage on that car that if they can get it put together, they might need to use some speed tape. But they could definitely get him out there, I think, to finish this race. Just won't be any kind of contention for a win here. But let's see, he could definitely get at least 32nd if they can get him out there really quick. We're probably looking about 33rd. If they can get him out there. You're watching Racing on Truck Talks. This is a caution. drivers are in the pits. Joey Logano will take 4 tires, it looks like, when he comes in. Not a lot of drivers in the pits. He'll take 4. Kurt Busch also in the pits. They are the ones that did not pit in that green flag stop that ended in a crash. 4 for Logano, 4 for Busch. And Logano pulls away. Let's run through your full field right now after that. First, Joey Logano. Second, Busch. Third, Brad Keselowski. Fourth, Martin Truex Jr. Fifth, Kevin Harvick. Don't pay attention to the laps. They're probably wrong, but, you know. Fifth, Kevin Harvick. Sixth, Chase Elliott. Seventh, Daniel Hemrick. Eighth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ninth, Clint Bowyer. 10th, Ryan Blaney. 11th, Eric Almirola. 12th, Chris Buescher. 13th, Denny Hamlin. 14th, Daniel Suarez. 15th, Kyle Busch. 16th, Eric Jones. 17th, Kyle Larson. 18th, William Byron. 19th, Ryan Newman. 20th, David Reagan. 21st, now it's 20th, Paul Menard. 21st, Alex Bowman. 22nd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 23rd, Austin Dillon. 24th, Ty Dillon. 25th, Jimmy Johnson. 26th, Bubba Wallace. 27th, Matt DiBenedetto. And 28th, Matt Tiff. 29th, Parker Kligerman. 30th, Corey LaJoie. 31st, Ryan Preece, who's now out, it looks like. 32nd, Ross Chastain. 33rd, BJ McLeod. 34th, Cody Ware. 35th, Landon Castle. 36th, Garrett Smithley. 37th, Michael McDowell. Brad Keselowski almost goes past his pit stall on the way in. And I don't know if they're going to give him a penalty. He might have gone past his pit stall, but I think they backed him before they got to work on it, so he might be all right. Got 4 tires gas, and they'll clean off the grill. So they got a little something stuck on the grill of the car, and they'll push him off, and he's gone. So Brad Keselowski. Looks like Martin Truex Jr., our leader's having a little bit of trouble. It looks like a little tape that he had to the grill to help the airflow kind of pushed up a little bit, and so it was just stuck on there. They probably tried to get it off while pitting, but they couldn't get it off. So he was trying to draft off the pace car. He was right up against the bumper. The pace car trying to get that piece off. Couldn't get it. It's still on right now, but he's leading. 46 laps to go. This is Racing on Truck Talks. So look at the replay. It appeared that Ryan Blaney also ran over his jack. He almost pitted outside the box. He had to back up. He ran over his jack, and so that's why it took a little longer for him to get out of the pits right now. And you got a lot of the field, most of the field in fact, trying to get back on the lead lap. There's not a green flag there, just making their wave around. And it's a lot of the leaders too. Maybe one to go here. And this just looks very confusing on the track right now. It looks like the pace car lights are off, so he should be going green this next lap. But the lap down cars seem to be right behind the pace cars, so because you got Jimmy Johnson there, he's 2 laps down. Bubba Wallace, I believe, is 3 laps down, and he's lined up in the 6th position behind the pace car. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Here we go, about to go green, as they're going to keep the starting order just like this. So we'll see what happens then. So you got your lead lap at the back of the field, green flag in the air. Joey Logano leads us green. Looks like it'll almost clear Kurt Busch down on the bottom. They go into turn 1 and 2. Kurt Busch using a little bit of side draft. He's going to look to get by Logano. Not able to make it land. You got some of the lap cars behind him. Jimmy Johnson, of which is kind of leading. You got 3 wide with the lap cars right now. And we got a dead heat for first between Kurt Busch and Joey Logano. And then third, Brad Keselowski is right there, making it 3-way with Stenhouse Jr. and Jimmy Johnson. Stenhouse, which had a very fast stage 1, ending in 3rd. But Logano clears Kurt Busch and he leads. Brad Keselowski will clear Jimmy Johnson. He was already in 3rd, but he'll cement that. Bubba Wallace will follow, and he will be able to clear Jimmy Johnson. And not Stenhouse quite yet. He's running up high. But single file, 1, 2, 3. Those are your lead lap contenders right now. 41 laps to go in the race. Bubba Wallace will clear Jimmy Johnson down on the backstretch, who will come up towards him in turn 3 and 4. Clint Boyer trying to move past Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He will be in the 4th position on the lead lap right now. Behind him, Truex Jr., 5th position, lead lap. And they're going to push Stenhouse. Bubba Wallace right in front of him. They're all excess of 1 to about 3 laps down right there. Kyle Larson in the 13th position right now. Blaney in 14th. Those are some drivers to watch move up here in the field, which is kind of chaotic right now. Martin Truex Jr. beneath Bubba Wallace, trying to clear him. You got a battle for second, Brad Keselowski and Kurt Busch. Into turns 1 and 2, Kurt Busch takes about the middle lane, and Brad Keselowski moves up high. He's not going to be able to pass him. In fact, probably loses a little bit of time on that. We haven't seen the middle lane used much in this race so far, but Kurt Busch is trying to make it work. There's a battle for 7 and 8 right there. Harvick trying to side draft off him. He'll go under him in turn 1 and 2, and he's got Bubba Wallace there in the mid lane. He's able to pass Hamlin, clears him by a wide margin, and he'll side draft off of Bubba Wallace. Hamlin will follow, though. Good exit off of turn 2 by Denny Hamlin. Behind him is Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch back in the top 10. He's ready to go. And looks like he'll pass Hamlin. So Denny Hamlin gets passed by Kyle Busch. Right now, there's a big pack down there. This is the race for second. Brad Keselowski passes Cliff Bowyer for second. And he'll use the bottom to do that. Clint Bowyer, Kevin Harvick. That's for 6th and 7th. Then that's Martin Truex Jr. 4th. He's had a solid race the whole race. He's had very solid. He's been in the top 10 most of it. Top 5, in fact. He's been in the 2nd and 3rd position for most of it. Bubba Wallace gets loose in the backstretch. He didn't wipe out yet. Almost took Chris Buescher with him. Did tap him. But some issues for Bubba Wallace. Looks like he has it under control right now. Bowyer trying to stay in front of Kevin Harvick, who's hungry for another win in Atlanta. This would be 2 in a row for Harvick. Brad Keselowski just gave Joey Logano a huge shove in the turn 3 and 4 for the lead. Harvick making him a pass on the inside of Clint Bowyer. At least he's going to look. He's going to go down to the bottom. Side drafts off of Bowyer. Is he going to be able to get it in the turn 3? Yes, he finds momentum. He's able to clear him right now. It looks like Bowyer will file down behind him into the draft. We got a Penske fight for the lead. 33 laps to go. Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, they're in a dogfight. Brad Keselowski just passed Joey Logano for the lead. One laps to go, and Brad Keselowski has a firm lead now on Logano. Brad Keselowski, a driver who had a stomach bug yesterday, didn't end up practicing. He had Austin Cindric sit in the car for him. Now he's leading the race with 31 laps to go. There's Kurt Busch fighting with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. That's odd. Ricky Stenhouse a lap down. Kurt Busch on the lead lap in 3rd, in fact. Stenhouse is giving him a fight. To go. There's our leaders. Brad Keselowski in front of Joey Logano there, and his pit crew is putting tires on the wall, so don't be surprised now if Joey Logano comes in there pretty close. He has to put some new tires on there to get him through to the end. And he will be flying when he puts those on compared to any other car out there. Kyle Busch shuffled back all the way to 8th right now. Daniel Suarez in the 9th. And your pole sitter Eric Almirola sits in 10th right now. Back in the top 10 for him. Daniel Hemrick, the surprise right now, he's sitting in 5th. Kyle Larson is in 14th right now. He's led the majority of the laps today. He's sitting in 14th. And he's just kind of fallen off the pace as of late. There is Martin Truex Jr. looking low on Kurt Busch into turns 1 and 2. Exit of turn 2, not able to get it. They pass Garrett Smithley, another letdown for Smithley. And then turns 3 and 4, he'll just draft off of Kurt Busch. He'll look to draft off of him. And a good run on him into turns 1 and 2 for Martin Truex Jr. He goes down low, Kurt Busch up high. He almost goes under the apron. Kyle Larson did that earlier. He almost spun out doing that. He's not able to pick up much ground on Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch's 650th start today. Top 3 for that wouldn't be bad at all. 26 to go in Atlanta. They're about even. It looks like Martin Truex Jr. is going to try and draft off the lap car of Cody Ware. He gets by him. Didn't pick up much more time on Kurt Busch. He's going to turn 1 and 2. He drafts off him. It looks like he'll look low after a little bit of drafting in the entry. Exit of turn 2. He files behind Kurt again. Brad Keselowski has a small lead, but it definitely is a lead right now. Denny Hamlin just got passed by Kyle Larson, who's looking fast again. He just flew by Denny Hamlin on the inside. That is for 13th, I believe. So Denny Hamlin able to rally in turns 3 and 4 and pass Larson again. On your screen, 23 to go. We're in the 300s now. Battle for 3rd and 4th on your screen right now. It's staying about even. They haven't made much ground yet for Truex. He hasn't made much ground on him in a little bit. It looks like he might get a little bit here on the exit of turn 2. But Kurt Busch also had a good exit. Joey Logano has made his way in the pit row. So he's probably going to be out of this if we don't have a caution. If we have a caution, he will be golden with new tires. But Brad Keselowski has about almost 3 seconds on Kurt Busch, who is now Martin Truex Jr., who is now in 3rd as Landon Castle puts the block down for Martin Truex Jr. Logano pulls away, takes 4 tires and gas. As Truex Jr. Still battling for second, and he's able to pull it out as he finally clears Kurt Busch. 3 seconds behind Brad Keselowski, 20 to go. There's a look at Daniel Hemrick running in the top 5. In fact, he's running ahead of Harvick right now. He's in 4th place. Daniel Hemrick is in 4th place right now. Kyle Busch fighting for 7th with Eric Almirola. He's going to look high on Eric Almirola into exit. Won't be able to get him. Daniel Suarez running in the top 10. He's in 9th also. This could be his best effort of the year, 2nd race of the year though. Daytona doesn't really count as a race effort. If you get caught in the big one, that causes a lot of bad luck. We've hit the average caution with laps to go. 20 laps to go is the average of last caution. We are with 17 to go. What's going to happen? Are we going to stay green? As Harvick finally catches up to Daniel Hemrick, able to make a pass on the backstretch in the entry to turn 3 and 4. And he's got a wide gap. He is now in 4th place, Hemrick in 5th place. Hemrick is going into the pits though, this next lap, he just said. He is one of those drivers that did not pit the last caution. There's a little bit of damage on his right back quarter panels. There they go, flying by him. Joey Logano. Looks like he's going about 50 miles an hour above any other driver. Look at him flying. That's what new tires can do for you. And Daniel Hemrick might be able to figure that one out too here. 240. Brad Keselowski, that's the margin of lead he has in Truex Jr. But Joey Logano is still out of the top 20. I think he's a lap down right now. $15 to go. Brad Keselowski wins by leads by 2.5 seconds. Chase Elliott almost in danger of going a lap down. He's the next one to be a lap down. He has had a rough day. Not really a rough day, just had to run well. Hasn't been in the top 10 yet, and he's one of the favorites to win. And not a good day, not a very good day at all for any of the Hendrick drivers. As for almost all of today, they haven't been in the top 10. Ryan Blaney in the pits again. Brad Keselowski might have to pit. He didn't pit last time, did he? Corey LaJoie does have damage on his number 32 car. No caution yet. He does have damage into that. The hood, it's dented. Oh, that paint's gonna look like someone punched him in the face. And here's a battle. 2 former teammates, Daniel Suarez and Eric Jones. This is for 8th. Eric Jones will take over the 8th spot. Daniel Suarez will try and fight back. He won't be able to get it. 11 laps to go. still going on. Daniel Suarez not giving up. This could be valuable points for him. Kyle Busch and Eric Almirola are now in 6th and 7th, right in front of Eric Jones. Now Kyle Busch moved in 6th. He's your big mover right now, and he's moving. 10 to go here at Atlanta. Kyle Busch has had a really up and down day. Started in 35th, led for a couple laps. And then he had a tire incident that put out a caution. He blew a tire, and now he's all the way back in the top 6 right now, top 10. In 6th place right now. Martin Truex Jr. There he is, 2nd place for him. Currently 3.5 seconds behind Keselowski. And there's Chase Elliott a lap down. Ryan Blaney is 2 laps down. Daniel Hemrick 2 laps down, or 1 lap down. There's Martin Truex Jr. He's on a mission. He is picking up time on Brad Keselowski. He's within about 2 seconds off of him. 8 laps to go in the race. Going to try and draft off of the back of Ricky Stenhouse Sr. He's been actually really fast, but he's not on the lead lap. That's the problem. But he's been really fast. He's just staying about just right off of Brad Keselowski. So he's been running fast, not on the lead lap though. Definitely would have helped you to be having a good one right now. Joey Logano, 19th, still a lap down. He is charging now. 7 laps to go. Kyle Busch in 6th place. And that is your leader, Brad Keselowski. Will he have to pit? I don't think so. He might be able to make it through. But Brad Keselowski has a lead about a 1/4 of a turn on Martin Truex Jr. right now. That's almost a second. Martin Truex Jr. has shortened it by about 2 seconds for the last 4 laps. He is within a second now. Four laps to go, 321 out of 325, and Joey Logano is actually moving up on Martin Truex Jr. right now. He's a lap behind though. Those tires are just flying through the field. Martin Truex Jr. 7/10 of a second behind Brad Keselowski. 3 to go. Laps to go, and it's kind of a close margin right now. It's in 1/10 of a second now between first and second. Now it's 2/10. Brad Keselowski had a good exit off of turn 3. Kyle Busch is sitting there in sixth place right now, 11 seconds behind. So Kurt Busch is in third right now. He's running well. We're on our last lap now. Last lap. Here we go. Kurt Busch leading right now. Brad Keselowski leading the last lap so far. It looks like Martin Truex Jr. will stay within 2 tenths behind him as they run towards the backstretch. Brad Keselowski into turns 3 and 4. He's going high. Martin Truex Jr. down low. It looks like Brad Keselowski, as they go into the front stretch, it looks like Brad Keselowski sick one morning, the next afternoon, winning a race. Brad Keselowski wins at Atlanta. First win of the season for Team Penske. They ran strong all day. Their finishes might not show it. What a great run for Team Penske. Brad Keselowski takes Atlanta by a close margin to Martin Truex Jr. There he is, your winner, Brad Keselowski of Atlanta. Kind of a strange race we had for our first showcase with the new package. Very odd. Brad Keselowski comes out with the win. And by close margin to Martin Truex Jr. Let's run through your field as your winner does donuts. First is Brad Keselowski. Second, Martin Truex Jr. Third, Kurt Busch. Fourth, Kevin Harvick. Fifth, Clint Bowyer. Sixth, Kyle Busch. Seventh, Eric Jones. Eighth, Eric Almirola. Ninth, Chris Buescher. 10th, Daniel Suarez. 11th, Denny Hamlin. 12th, Kyle Larson. And 13th, Ryan Newman. 14th, Paul Menard. Then 15th, finishing in 15th, Alex Bowman. 16th, David Reagan. 17th, William Byron. Now a lap down. 18th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 19th, Chase Elliott. Finishing in 20th, Daniel Hemrick. 21st, Austin Dillon. 22nd, Ryan Blaney. Finishing in 23rd, Joey Logano. 24th, Jimmy Johnson. 25th, Ty Dillon. 26th goes to Matt DiBenedetto. 27th, Bubba Wallace. 28th, Matt Tifft. Finishing in 29th, Corey LaJoie. Finishing in 30th, Parker Kligerman. 31st, Ross Chastain. 32nd, BJ McLeod. 33rd, Cody Ware. 34th, Landon Castle. 35th, Ryan Preece. 36th, Garrett Smithley. And 37th goes to Michael McDowell. This has been a Truck Talks Racing live broadcast of Atlanta. Good way to end it for Team Penske, as one of the drivers you kind of knew. It was a very strange race. A lot of questions I have about this race. Very odd. And, the new package I think was supposed to make it odd. And it definitely did. So I'll probably have a Truck Talks episode out this week explaining it. But very odd. That's my word for this one. It's one of those things where you don't know what you don't really know what you just saw. Kind of speechless. But thank you guys for watching. This has been another Truck Talks broadcast, and congratulations to Brad Keselowski, winner at